day 3 of trying to get ahead in your job search during the holiday season, even though the hiring slows down significantly during the holiday season. One of the most important things that everybody says that you should do and everybody says that they're doing is networking, right? But doing it right is actually quite challenging. I get a lot of messages on LinkedIn and I actually try to answer all of them, but you would be surprised if I told you how many of them were actually terrible messages. Like I get messages like, "Oh, hi Iran," and then they wait for me to respond, which most people won't. I do, but then they wait for me to respond, and then they almost always ask me for a referral. And actually, I had some hilarious messages where people will ask me for referrals, where I publicly announce that I'm not in that company anymore. So first of all, doing your due diligence goes a long way. Second, it really helps to have personal messages that cater to the specific person that you're messaging. Bonus points if you can start the message with a hook that really grabs their attention. And then you can ask for something small. My favorite thing to ask would be like a resume review and like practical interview tips, especially like the specific company that they're working in. People are more likely to give you higher help, like bigger help, if they help you in a small way first. If you ask for referrals directly, your chances of succeeding is probably really low. So I would try also with people who are in my like so-called in-group. That means like I share something quite significant with them. For example, I'm Turkish, and if I message someone who's also Turkish, my chances of receiving a response increases dramatically, obviously. So try to find people who will relate to you more than the average person. Also, like, don't underestimate your friends and your friends' friends. They tend to be more responsive and more helpful. Also, I would probably not message recruiters because they're incredibly busy at this point. And if I'm getting hundreds of messages a week, I can't even imagine how many messages they get. They probably won't respond. So I think you're better off actually messaging engineers that are working in companies and in roles that you're interested in. You'll just be more likely to get a response that way. You actually are going to ask for a referral. Please don't send a vague message to someone and be like, "Hey, this is who I am. Look at my resume and tell me if there's anything that matches me." Do your own research, find a job that matches you, and write a quick summary of why you match so well.